Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus, and today we are going to be watching a couple matches that I played with Shep Stress number 2. So this is a team that, well, if you know me, you know that my favorite team in the Butcher's Circus is Shep Stress number 1, which is the Flagellant, the Men-at-Arms, the Abomination, and the Doggy in the back. I love the Doggy. But this setup with the Flagellant, Men-at-Arms, and the Abomination is very flexible, it's very versatile, and the character that you can put in position 4 is interchangeable. You can put another character there quite happily, and the most obvious choice after the Doggy is the Antiquarian. She's another AoE character, she has the Festering Vapors, and she pairs quite well with the Abomination, having the take cover ability, so while the Doggy gets pulled to position 2 and then he kind of just stays there or moves back twice, but he's still marked or has taken damage. The Antiquarian can just go back to safety and with the take cover, and the Abomination's back in position 3 where you can actually do something. So yeah, I'm playing with Shep Stress 2. You might wonder, well, Shep, why don't you play with this team more? And the thing is, I had kind of given up on it for a long amount of time. Not because of the double dodges on the Reign of Stars, usually that doesn't happen after a command buff, but yeah, I'm playing against Atom Heart today, and I have a couple matches to show you that were quite spectacular. And he's playing a team that I actually call the Hammer and Dagger. It's a team that is extremely rare and is not played like this in the way that I know it, but he has a more aggressive version with the Snuff and with the Hemlock on that Flagellant. But yeah, I am playing with Shep Stress number 2, and I really have to thank Sergi for bringing back attention to this team, because he's really the only person that actually plays it. A lot of people play Shep Stress number 1, a lot of people play other Flagellant Men-at-Arms Abomination teams with another character position 4, like the Musketeer, the Arbalist, even the Occultist, though the Occultist is not often played these days. But yeah, he plays it with the Antiquarian position 4, but plays this team as not really a stress team, which is what Shep Stress usually is. It's a stress team, but with a lot of DOT. This is a DOT team with a lot of stress, or at least a decent amount of stress. And I'm not sure if this is the exact setup that he runs, but it's a setup that I've been experimenting with and that I quite like. So the problem with the Antiquarian in DOT teams, or rather in stress teams, is that her Festering Vapors only causes 8 stress to each enemy target. And when you really need to be causing pressure, when you really need to be causing afflictions and heart attacks, 8 stress just doesn't cut it. 8 stress doesn't cut it. You're gonna need more. You're gonna need the 12 from the Doggy. You're gonna need afflictions from the Occultist stress and all that. So this team is better played as a DOT team. You have your Abomination here to go for the Beast Spiles, you have your stuns, you have your transforms and all that. And here in this match, I've put myself in quite a difficult position, because playing against Atom Heart, he has those Panic Darts which can really pressure me. He has the Men-at-Arms Repulse, which, even though I can use Rejuvenating Vapors, I have Materia Pestis and Finisher on my Antiquarian. I don't feel that great using the Rejuvenating Vapors, but here he only has 1 turn of Repulse, so I go for the slam and make it so the next time he clicks, he's going to lose that repulse. Now, unfortunately for me, the way this match has been going is that basically that Atom Heart wants to kill my Antiquarian. Really, the match is decided on whether he can kill the Antiquarian or not, because once he loses a lot of HP on his characters, the problem with the Hammer and Dagger team is that it only has 1 healer. So unless the Flagellant can heal all the other characters, once they drop to their store, that damage kind of sticks. That damage is kind of permanent, and that's not too great at all. So, being that my Antiquarian is the character with the finisher, he has to focus her down and I have to protect her. I've been trying to do that by going for the Rejuvenating Vapors just for a bit of HP rather than going mindlessly into the festering, and I've been doing that with a guard and with a take cover, and now I might change my strategy up a bit. I'm gonna go for Reign of Stars here, and after this I'm gonna go protect me on that Flagellant, or for a take cover. Either is a good option here, but since she's not at the stone yet, I'm not in immense amounts of danger. I'm in danger. She's gonna drop to the store, that's almost guaranteed. But yeah, not in immense amounts. My Flagellant doesn't really mind eating a repast here. And yeah, my Abomination so far has dropped a couple Beast Spiles. That was great. did a decent amount of pressure, but with that Man-at-Arms repulse just staying up with the shield spike, it really wouldn't pan out too well for me if I kept spamming the Beast Piles. I would just lose way too much HP, and I would shortly after lose the match. So I went for the transform, do some damage, and also apply a bit of stress, because, you know, this is still a DOT team with a lot of stress options. The Man-at-Arms has the Rancid Cure on the numbing instance, and this is, I believe, what Sergi runs. I was initially... when I started revisiting this team a couple days ago, I was initially running the Man-at-Arms with a riposte setup, kind of thinking like, oh, yeah, it's a DOT team, let's bring like riposte Man-at-Arms, we're gonna have good matchups against other DOT teams, that kind of stuff. But playing that, I kind of just felt like, wait, why don't I just bring a Jester here? And I keep the Battle Ballad, but I have way better uses, and I have way more aggression than what my Man-at-Arms is being able to put out. So that wasn't working out too well, but then I came to know of Sergi's defensive Man-at-Arms here, so now he kind of just stays alive and keeps the team alive while they do the DOT. So it's an interesting strategy for sure. Here I had a bit of an option. I went for a transform because I'm guarded. Of course the doggy's Harry is coming, but I feel like I have to go for a kill here. Keep in mind that their Flagellant does not have punish, so if I get to an endgame I will be able to get an advantage. So yeah, the Man-at-Arms loses his riposte, and I had a choice: either I rage the Flagellant or I rage the Grave Robber. And on whichever one I go for, I'm gonna have a chance to get the death blow. It will be either a 45 or a 50-50. I went for the Grave Robber because she's really the one that's causing a lot of pressure, and I figured, okay, killing the Flagellant would be good, but it's gonna heal the rest of their entire team. That's not gonna be good. And it's also a character that if he's the last one standing, it doesn't really matter too much for me. So instead I just decided to rage the Grave Robber, try to go for the 50-50 kill. Sadly it does not pay off, and now this doggy can go for the Harry. It has a 25 to get the kill, but thankfully it doesn't happen. He has no accuracy on it. Atomheart has not been using command buffs. He's been using Riposte, he's been using Guard, and now he dropped the Bolster. He really hasn't had the time to go for command buffs. The Man-at-Arms on Atomheart's team is very stretched out, as you can probably tell. So yeah, that Grave Robber has to... Now she's kind of in a weird spot here, because you definitely don't want to pressure my Flagellant. It's not like I have Redeem, so it's not as broken as a Shep Stress Flagellant. I'm actually running Reclaim on this one. But Shep, you already have Regen on your Antiquarian. Why would you run Reclaim on your Flagellant? Well, the Antiquarian kind of just wants to spam Festering Vapors, so if you can go regen with her once, and that's good, but sometimes you really want to regen from the Flagellant. And if you're in a position where you're like in a 3v3 or something, or in a 3v2, this Reclaim can actually do crazy work. So yeah, here I go for a punish on that doggy, mostly because I don't really want to click anyone else. I'm waiting for the Grave Robber to drop to 0, I'm waiting on my Man-at-Arms turn, I'm waiting on my Antiquarian turn. I thought that she was still protected, but when you use the turn of the character that you use Protect Me on twice, when you use 2 turns, then you do lose your guard. But yeah, here I end up just thinking, okay, you know what, I could wait a little bit longer for one of their characters to drop to 0 here, but I don't have to take the risk. I'm just gonna go for a take cover. I'm gonna have 95 DBR. That's a mess to go through, and Atomheart is not dropping to 0 with his Flagellant, which is his only way of healing his team here, and he's not dropping to 0, decides against going for the Lick Wounds here, just trying to go all in. Nothing ever happens, I'm all in, says Atomheart basically, and wants to kill my Antiquarian. And I respect it, because my Antiquarian is the only one to finishers, and if she gets those finishers to go through, if she goes for these kills, if I get 2 kills here with my Festering Vapors next turn, it's over. The match is over, because that Flagellant can't kill my Flagellant, that Man-at-Arms can't kill my Flagellant. There's just no way for Atomheart to win here. So it really comes down to this Antiquarian. He goes for a Panic Towers here on my Abomination, just trying to do enough stress that he dies, because he must have known, he must have seen the writing on the wall. My plan here is to keep the Antiquarian safe, right? Unfortunately, she goes Afflicted because of that crit, causing extra stress. But if I want to keep the Antiquarian safe, what I do here is I move back, because with the guard, now Atomheart can't go for the Reign of Sorrows, hitting both the Men-at-Arms and the Antiquarian. So I transform slammed, and now I just move back normally with the A-bomb. If I had another transformation, I would have transformed, moved back, but I had used all my transforms already, so No such luck. So yeah, my man at arms is gonna go afflicted here, and my team is in shambles. And a lot is banking on the stretching vapors. I am irrational. I am dreading a self-hit or a pass here. Both of those would be terrible, because then their flagellant would drop to this store, heal everyone else, and yeah, the man at arms would die soon, because I don't have a redeem. It would be very rough, but thankfully that doesn't happen. I go for fishing vapors. The Grave Robber manages to survive again. Somehow, she survived the 50 and the 65. The flagellant drops to 0 here. Drops their man at arms to 0 as well, so that was good for me. And now he's just trying to save the Grave Robber here, but this is a team by Atomheart that it has good defensive tools, but that flagellant is not good on the defense. Without Contour Absolution, that heal really isn't going to take him that far. I was a bit worried that she could go for like a lunge here, or a panic darts on my flagellant and then try to kill him, but I figured, okay, I have the man-at-arms guard, so if it really comes down to it, I'll guard with the man-at-arms, and at this point my Antiquarian has done her job. So we take out that MAA on Atomheart's side, and it is now a 3v2, a very chaotic 3v2. After a very chaotic match, so I'm gonna go for the command buff here. I still have time with my turns, and Atomheart's Grave Robber, she's dropping to the store off of that duty, and she still can't target my Antiquarian. This Antiquarian is just putting in massive work. And let's be honest, would I have won this match, or would I be winning this match if I had the doggy? Would it have gone down quite as well? Maybe. I mean, I feel like that repulse would have been really annoying, and I wouldn't have the setup to go for the beast files that I did and all that, but maybe I had a pretty decent chance still. Maybe I had a pretty decent chance, but I wouldn't have had the Protect Me to use it on my flagellant to keep him safe. My doggy would have died a lot earlier, and there was a chance that I would actually not perform so well in this match. But yeah, at this point, the Antiquarian is still alive here. My flagellant is dropping to 0, but he still has his 3 exsanguinates, while Atomheart's flagellant only has 2, and I have to go to the Absolution, and I get a crit heal on top. So it really just spells disaster for Atomheart here. There's really not too much he can do at this point, especially considering the fact that he doesn't have Punish. But it was a well-fought match. His will is more righteous, and yeah, I'm having a fun time. He heals for 0 with that Exsanguinate. Actually, I was tapped out, so I didn't see that. I'm seeing it now for the first time, and I go for the death blow, and I get the kill. Let's go for match number 2. So into the second match in ladder, I went straight against Atomheart again, and this time he changed out the doggy for a shield breaker with Net and Eerie Eye. I wasn't sure if this was a team that he had thought out before, or if he was just like, okay, people in ladder want to play Antiquarian, sure. I'm gonna bring my shield breaker, I'm gonna bring the bully setup, I'm gonna take it from there, and I'm gonna see what happens, I'm gonna see if this works. I'm not sure if this was premeditated or just a spur-of-the-moment thing, this Shieldbreaker here, but it becomes a very weird stress team. You don't, because Atomheart definitely has a stress team here, but you don't really see Shieldbreaker in stress teams. So it is a Shieldbreaker stress team, a very odd Shieldbreaker stress team. And I go second, I decide to immediately go for the bolster here, knowing that, okay, if I go bolster, he has to go command buff to hit, and if he does go command buff, then I can go Festering Vapors, I can go Rain of Sorrows, completely unopposed by the riposte. So that would be nice for me. And if he doesn't go command buff, and he goes for the repulse, and he's not gonna hit jack shit, and it's gonna feel very nice for me. So I just move back here, and now my plan is, okay, Shieldbreaker is gonna annoy me, right? But I'm not a harmless stress team. I'm not a fucking stress team. I'm not here running Salak Prod, and I'm not gonna get bullied by a Shieldbreaker. I'm not a Grave Robber. I'm an Antiquarian, and I have friends. This is Protect the Antiquarian team. We go for a Manacles, pretty accurate Manacles on that Shieldbreaker, which has sacrificed a lot of her defense to have this possibility of bullying enemy backlines with the Net, which gives her guaranteed pulls, and the Eerie Eye, which gives her pulls against stealth heroes. So I just decided, well, I was gonna go punish into I was gonna go punish into a Manacles, but Atom Heart decided to go for a lunge to kind of just try and cause some pressure here where he can, and I just went for a punish on the Grave Robber instead. You know, the character that was ahead of me, Flashbomb does not care. I go for the punish now on the Shield Breaker, just continuously pressuring here, and I think Atom Heart maybe could have gone for a guard, but if he had gone for a guard immediately, and then I could have gone for a slam, and then I could have gone for a Rain of Sorrows, and that would have been arguably even worse here. And it looks like, okay, Sheperd, you're playing a duty team and you're just like focusing people down. Is this really how it works? Is this really how you're supposed to play this team? Sure, why not? These are very squishy characters. Like, the thing with Hammer and Dagger, and the reason that why I call it Hammer and Dagger, is that you have the Hammer, which is the flash one, tanky, with the Snuff, with the Gauntlet of Absolution. You have the Men-at-Arms, Ghost Guard, 70 Prot, immune to stuns, immune to DOT. That's the Hammer. And then you have the Dagger in the back. It's the daggers, like the maneuverability, the dodging. It's the Grave Robber dodge, it's the Men-at-Arms, or rather the Doggy dodge tanking, that kind of stuff. So yeah, there I went for a Festering Vapors. So yeah, that team is flexible in its defense, and it doesn't have a weak spot like the Shieldbreaker, who is somehow a weak spot. Even though there's a Serpent Sway there, but really there was barely anything Atom Heart could do to protect her after that Manacles came down. Manacles and then pushing her to position 4 makes it so she can't sway her position 4. This is something that players often forget. And here, sure, I lose the Antiquarian, but I've taken the Shieldbreaker out, and I'm pretty happy sacrificing a 1-for-1 with that, with those 2 Festering Vapors being dropped, and while I have this Flagellant with Punish, while my opponent has a Flagellant without Punish. I'm pretty happy with this trade. Pretty happy. And it wasn't even a guarantee that they got the kill there on my Antiquarian. I think I still had like 80 death resistance from the previous tank cover, but they do manage to get the kill. You know, they did have the Shadow Fade buff over there, so it was quite likely that it happened. So yeah, now they go for guard on the Grave Robber, and we're left in this 3v3. And really, this is very far from being the first time I play with Atom Heart. Someone that shows up in ladder every now and then. It's always a fun time because he doesn't play conventional teams. He plays like whatever the hell. They're still very good teams, but it's very much like whatever the hell. And so that always leads to very interesting matches. And matchups that I haven't really explored yet, you know. And that's still very much part of the fun in Butcher Circus, is playing stuff that you haven't played before. Because, like, if I were to play WD against WD for the 5th time today, well, that's no fun. That's no fun. I've seen that matchup a million times. I don't want to... I mean, not that I wouldn't want to play it again, but seeing stuff like this, it's new, it's novel. And even though the game has been out for almost 6 years... Yeah, even though this DLC has been out for almost 6 years, it's still very fun, and there's still a lot of novelty in it, and there's still more meta to be discovered. I am sure of it. People think, oh yeah, Butcher Circus, you know, it's solved. All the meta teams are in. No more teams can be named. I can't make a new team because everyone's already named. Everyone's already named it. There's nothing that the new players can do, but like there is. People have been saying this since 2020. People have been saying that the meta has been solved since 2020. People have been saying that the best team has been known since 2020, but it's not. Butcher Circus is still great. Butcher Circus still has a lot to be discovered. Still has a ton of strategy and a lot to learn for the players. And obviously, I'm saying this because, you know, I have 1,000 videos on this game, so obviously I'm gonna almost worship it with my opinion, right? But still, I do very much believe it to be true. It is a game that I love very dearly. So yeah, Atom Heart here surrenders after I get the death blow with that Beast Smile, and let's go for match number 3 live. Well, this novice's 2 characters unfortunately died already, but yeah, we're just trying to go for the kill here on the Crusader. The Vessel died to a Festering Vapors, the Highman died to an Act Out from the Crusader, which unfortunately I didn't record. But yeah, this team, much like many teams, is a Novice Stomper, unfortunately for the Novices, but let's go into another match. But yeah, what I was saying before, like in 2020 we thought we had the matter figured out with Halo Comp. In 2021 we thought we had it figured out with like Flaze and Stress, just tanky Stress and DOT teams. We thought that was it. There was still like room for like a Halo or two. Then in 2022 we thought we had figured out with Flash on Man-at-Arms A-Bomb. In 2023 we thought we had figured it out with WD and Immortal Musketeer. 2024, we thought Salak Brawl was the new best thing forever. In 2025, we got into this era of really aggressive DOT damage teams, and there's just so much. And like, I think we're not through yet. I think the meta might even loop around. But yeah, I'm playing against a septic tank here, an interesting septic tank by my opponent. Let's see what we can do against it. This should be a fun matchup. It's a septic tank with, I like the setup actually. It's relatively defensive doggy, but still keeping the Crimson Hook. The Antiquarian extremely protective. The Flashlight is going to be their pressure maker, really their main pressure maker. I might actually be a little bit cooked here, because this guard with this Antiquarian's regen is going to be very difficult for me to break through. They went for bolster? Okay, so I'm not going to hit anything. This is yeah, this is known. This is known. I'm gonna go bolster as well, just so they maybe don't hit anything either. I would actually prefer having gone second in this matchup here, because they just get the 15 dodge for free, and really going first doesn't really. Wow, really? Okay, I guess he's really just waiting on the command buffs. Damn. Damn. This is a cool setup. I'm gonna play this for next video. Yeah, maybe. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We're still just gonna go for the Reign of Sorrows, even though it's very unlikely. I mean, what else can I do here? There's really not too much else for me to do. I have the Spiked Bat on my Flash ones, so I have those extra bleed chances. I have thought of going Hemlock, or Snuff, but like, Hemlock when you have Blight, and Blight doesn't make sense. You wanna like, do a Surf and Turf. You don't wanna just spam one DOT type too much. Come on. Yeah, I mean, that was gonna happen, you know. What? So I don't hit the dog with the bile! Oh my god! So I don't hit the dog with the bile! That's insane. That's insane. Okay, I'm not gonna win this through DOT. I have to do stress. I'm not gonna win this through DOT. This guy is playing way too much. This guy is playing way too freaking much, dude. Let's just do stress here. Let's just do stress. I'm not gonna win this through that. So like, holy crap. Let's go push here on the flash one just to prevent he might go take cover. That would be. No, he's probably not gonna do it. He's probably just gonna move forward with the flash one. But yeah, let's try to do stress here and try to get a stress win. Because, or at least like a lot of pressure calls through stress. I'm still gonna try to keep up the DOT, just so they have to go for defensive moves and the like. So yeah, immediately I don't do DOT and they immediately start pressuring me. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're kind of just gonna play this a little bit like Shep Stress here, because this is still pretty close to a very aggressive Shep Stress team. It's not like I have Tears of the Lost here. It's kind of the same idea, except round 2. Transform Slam, Command Buff, Reign of Sorrows, and Hound's Harry, but it's Festering Vapors this time around. Okay, question is, do I want to drop the Rain on the Flatland? He only has Exsanguinate, so honestly, I don't mind it that much. Let's go Rain on the Flatland. Yeah, let's go Rain on the Flatland, fuck it. Let's call some pressure onto him. There's no there's no Redeem, so I'm really not like activating anything, not really making anything worse for me here. Let's get rid of this Flatland's health bars. But he's really, yeah, he's gonna have to try and cause pressure with the Flash. That's their only way here, right? Yeah, we're getting decent crits, but yeah, we're failing all the dots. I'm gonna fail every single dot on this Antiquarian from now on. She has 100 bleed res and 135 blight res, and she's spamming rejuve. What's new? Nothing's new. I could have gone stun on the Antiquarian. I thought about it, but let's get the first and second rounds of Horror through, and once we get them to Afflictions, things might start going a little bit better for us. She might go Virtuous. She has Tears of the Lost, but you know, hopefully the game doesn't mess me up that bad. Okay, I'm thinking of just guarding my Antiquarian here. My Man-at-Arms is in a bit of a weird spot because Bellows here are not the move. The best thing he can do is try to prevent a few bleeds. Really, I think that's the best thing I can do. Try to prevent a few bleeds, maybe change the guard to the Abomination, so I get more damage out of the Transform Rage or something with the guard buff. That's an interesting idea as well. Okay, I have to like not spread the pressure around actually. I just realized spreading the pressure around here is not that good. Spreading yeah. If I go rain here, I mean I am stressing the doggy out and I am pressuring. Oh my god, he has 15 regen! Okay, I'm not gonna do anything to the man-at-arms. I'm just gonna focus the Flagellant here. Let's call some pressure onto him. This should be enough to drop him to 0, right? 15, 9 regen. Okay, that's enough to drop him to 0. He's gonna have to go for an Exsanguinate. That's good. Spike Bat coming in clutch here, making sure I can't fail the bleed or, you know, get hit with the... oh, nice bleed resistances. Or get hit with the low roll on the damage roll. I could go for regen, but I don't think my regen is good enough to really do anything here, so I'm just gonna keep spamming this. Maybe get a few crits, put in a bit more DOT. It's eventually gonna stack up to something. Okay, he drops his 0, he has to go Exsanguinate here, he has the accuracy for it. Probably gonna drop it on my Flagellant. Yeah, it's gonna be on my Flagellant. And it's gonna hurt a bit. He heals for 24, could be worse. Gets the bleed, guaranteed. Yep. To be expected. I am thinking that he's gonna go guard on the Flagellant. This seems like a good idea for him. This seems like something that he wants to do, so I'm gonna get a little bit ahead of myself here, or rather, get ahead of my opponent and go for a punish on this Flagellant before he can do that. So now he has 25 DOT on him and he has 19 HP. Yeah, so even if he gets another regen, he's still dropping to the store, so he's gonna have to go for another Exsanguinate. That's very good for me, because I have the Festering Vapors here with the finisher. So if this Flagellant does drop to 0, it gets a little rough for my opponent. Okay, he's going... Okay, 2 command buffs. 2 command buffs now. He's all in. He's all in. Okay, what do I do? Do I go for Bellows or do I go for command buffs? I have to be very wise here. Very wise decision making. Very wise decision making. I have no accuracy to go Exsanguinate, so I'm gonna go for command buff. Let's do this. I really already used all my command buffs. Interesting. I mean, it paid off, right? I got that nice little crit. Oh, I got extra accuracy here on my A-bomb. Nice. Look at that repulse with the spiked chain doing extra damage. Because yeah, I am running spiked chain on this. I don't think this team kind of wants to net that much. It's not as fast as the usual net shenanigans teams. I go first. Yes, I do. Let's go for this. Wow, 4 damage. 4 damage on Festering Vapors, nice. I mean, you might be thinking, well, Shep, isn't that repulse damage just all going to be healed up with Rejuve? Yeah, it will be, but they have to keep spamming the Rejuve. So, I mean, do I really care? Okay, now I have another very important decision to make here. I can go Slam, and then go for the Festering Vapors kill. That is something I can do. But I need to get the Slam hit. Or I could just go Bile here, keep up the riposte. Honestly, I'd rather go Bile. Because I might fail the push. And all the damage that I'm doing here is wasted, and I lose my final transform. So I'm actually gonna go for another Bile here. So if he wants to go Exang, it's gonna have to be into my Flagellant, which is a waste. And, well, I mean, I guess he can go for the A-bomb, but he's gonna have to suffer a 20 if he does that. Yeah, he's gonna have to risk a 20, rather. See, I'm pretty happy with this. Even though I could have gone Slam, and if I got on the 45, I would have won the match on the spot. I think this is still good. And honestly, I'm just really happy that Sergi... Oh, he's gonna go for the 20. No bleed. Greedy. But, like, this is... Like, I'm really glad that Sergi the Grim, like, rekindled my love for this team. Or at least made me give this team another try, right? Because... for me, this team was dead in the water. I always felt like Antiquarian was like not the move because she's not that good in the stress setups, and I hadn't really figured out how to... Wow, I really felt that bleed. That sucks. And I hadn't really figured out how to make it the DOT team, but I think this makes sense. I think this team makes sense. I think it's fun. I'm not sure if it's quite as good as the Doggy or the other variations, but it's being fun. It's being good. Okay, I still have a crit buff here. So, but it lasts 2 turns, so, but I'm gonna lose, I have to be very smart with my turns here. I have to be quite smart. I want to keep causing pressure. Do I keep going for guards? That's an important question. Honestly, I think no. I think no. I think I'm just gonna go for more command buffs here. We have to go aggressive now. Like, my Antiquarian, if she eats Harry here, whatever. I don't need to worry about Reign of Sorrows anymore. Okay, they're gonna go Afflicted, and it's Masochistic, perfect for me. And yeah, my opponent here, my nameless opponent, is still playing this match out because he has... fuck, it's enough. Unfortunate. Because he has Tears of the Lost on the Antiquarian. Or that, or because he's stubborn. one of the two. But yeah, if he gets a Virtue here with the Antiquarian, this is still difficult for me to break through. Yeah, if he gets the Virtue with her. Wow, crit 20, that's insane. Yeah, but he has to get the Virtue, and then the Man at Arms has to get like Masochistic as well. Because Masochistic really doesn't do that much good for me here. And maybe they can still win. But I mean, I do have my Flagellant. I do have my Flagellant healing and my regen healing, so it's not that huge of a deal for me to be stalled out here. It's not like I'm playing Sheperd Stress. Yeah, Sheperd Doggy Stress, yeah. Yeah, it's my team, it's my name. Yeah, it's not like I'm playing Shep Stress where the doggy can't really sustain. It's all very, very limited healing. I do actually have infinite healing here with the Antiquarian. And believe it or not, that can make a huge difference. That can make a huge difference. Okay, I have a guaranteed stun here on her. But I kind of want to get another Affliction, and she's not really in a position to do anything. And I have a command buff, and yeah, Shep, that's all true. But if she goes Festering Vapors, he might die. No, if she goes Festering Vapors, my Flagellant's gonna heal him because of dropping to this star. Alright. Okay, but she has all that regen there. She has all that regen there, that's no good. It's a weird spot to be in. I really don't want to throw this match. It's something I'm very aware of that could happen. A big throw. A big throw. Can't let that happen, Shep. Can't let that happen. She's probably gonna go take cover. No, she does go Festering, okay. They don't have the Police Blight. Nice, it blighted. Yeah, they don't have the riposte here with the Man at Arms, so I'm not really too preoccupied with what they're doing. I can't go for a... I can't go for... They're gonna change the guard, I think. Yeah, they're probably gonna change the guard. I can't go for Rejuvenating Vapors because that actually kills my A-bomb, so... if I were to do that, I would put my Flagellant out of this store, and so me dropping to this store wouldn't heal the Abomination. Or rather, I wouldn't drop to this store. Yeah, so I wouldn't heal him, they could go for a 25% kill. And if they do actually get a kill back, then this is a bit dicey. This becomes a bit dicey, because they still have a lot of defenses here, and they do still have a lot of DOT. And without my riposte on the A-bomb, then this doesn't look quite as good anymore. Okay, I have a ton of command buffs here. What's my accuracy with that? It's enough to hit, right? It's guaranteed. Let's go for a Bellow. Maybe I should be going guards. Maybe I should be going guards, not stupid ass Bellows, but alright, it's fine. We have a guarantee to hit, and we... Oh, that's a big hit. Yeah, we get the bleed on her. You can't resist that bleed. Even with the Rand Secure All, you cannot resist that bleed. That Antiquarian is dropping to 0, and I have the Festering Vapors coming. And I have the finisher while they don't. Right, so that's very, very good for me. They're gonna go command buff. Okay, they're going all in. They're actually going all in now. Let's see. He drops. She's dropping, isn't she? Yeah, she is. So I want to wait a bit, and then I want to go for a stun on that fella back there. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go for a guard here on my Antiquarian, just so she isn't at risk of dropping to this store. And if I keep her alive for the next couple rounds, then I should be able to take a very solid win here. So yeah, clicks with that, surrenders. So GG's, we take the W against this very cool looking septic tank with our pretty fortunate death blow, but really having put my opponent in a spot to have to go for that 20%. So yeah, GG's, and I'm enjoying this team. I hope you give it a try too and enjoy it as well. It's if I ever make another 12 hours of Chef Stress video, then you know I can play this one and not just Doggy and Grape Robber all day long. But yeah, anyway, hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.